Hey listening friends, I'm your host and coach Laura Malone. As an entrepreneur and leader, wife and mom, teacher and creator, I am showing up to share possibility with you and help you find vision and wisdom because you deserve to be equipped and released as the hero of your own story. Coaching really does help you change your life. And if you want to know how to guide yourself and others well, I created this podcast just for you. It's a place where you can grab tools, teachings, and ideas for both personal and spiritual growth, as well as entrepreneurship and coaching if that's your thing. So as you listen in, I pray I can help you create a legacy of impact and really start writing the story of a life you love living. Now let's jump into today's episode. Okay, so we're starting out a new series called Becoming a Life Coach, and I want to give you an overview of life coaching. Even though I've discussed this in past episodes, I feel it's the most proper place to start in a Becoming a Life Coach series, right? So I'm going to give you an overview of what coaches do and who they are, and what they don't do, who they aren't, and that way you can see yourself in it and find the answer to the question, am I called to be a coach? Basically, at the core of it, coaches are people with a desire to guide other people on their journey. Not the coach's journey, but the client's journey. They may have a zoomed in experience with the same specific path as their client, or maybe they have training and some tools and experience on the path from a more zoomed out vantage point. Because coaching tools and training can help a coach guide anybody down any path they've never specifically traveled themselves. But experience will actually help them guide someone down a path that's more familiar to them as the coach. So for me, to help you as a life coach build your practice and start a business, that comes from my ability to guide you from my own experience. There's mentoring, like a mentor coach inside of that. Also, because I can see so many different possibilities of how you could take your unique calling as a coach down one path or another. That's some possibility coaching. I love to help you develop a strategy to get from point A to point B. So that's strategy coaching. And then if you get to a place where you're stuck and you're just needing to deal with some of your own personal journey and personal life, spiritually, mindset, whatever that is, I can step into pastoral coaching, where there's a lot of listening and guiding you through your inner process. And maybe it's not as focused on your coaching practice or your business. It's really more focused on who you are, what God is saying to you, and what you need to deal with personally in order to move into the other types of results you want to gain. There's all different ways of coaching somebody. There's different focuses for different personalities of coaches. And the way they do it is so vast and different and unique, and no way is the wrong way. Because no matter what type of coach you are, no matter how you bring yourself to the table across from a client, there are people who want exactly who you are and how you offer coaching. There are people for you, no matter what your personality is, no matter what your experience is. But on the other hand, I can also coach somebody down a path that I've never walked down because I have training and tools, I have experience, and I have what I need to help someone go through something I've never gone through before, because I know how to ask great questions. I know how to help them discern and become aware and grow personally. And I don't have to have done exactly what they are doing. I don't have to have attained a goal they want to attain. I simply need to know, how do I help this person go from point A to point B with clarity about what point A and point B are? How do I help them on their journey? Okay, so sometimes it's zoomed out experience. I'm going to help you just because I can see the path. I can help you figure out point A and point B and get from one to another. Or zoomed in where I can say, I actually know the details of this because I've walked this path and I can help you with it. Okay? So coaches also, they believe in a client's ability to change and grow. This is at the core of life coaching. If you don't believe in a person's ability to change and grow and transform, you don't want to be a coach. So a coach believes in the transformative spirit within people. It's inherent. They don't actually do the work for the client. They help the client reveal personalized strategies for doing their own work. So coaches help clients learn and get clarity and make decisions, adjust their mindset, accept the truth, turn around and make changes, gain results, lose hindrances, and ultimately it's about helping the client become the person they are becoming. Actually be that person. All that they are capable of stepping into as who they really are, or who future them is. You help the present client become the future client. We don't dig into the past because we aren't therapists. So we're not taking the present client and saying, let's talk about who you used to be and how you got to here. And we're not going into the past and we're not digging into the history, even though some of that does come up and influence the journey into the future. That's okay. But we don't do therapy. We're not counselors, and we're not there to help unload and sort through a client's baggage. Instead, we help guide a client to take empty luggage and fill it with the right resources for their journey. Think of it like a counselor is saying, let's open that suitcase and dig through what's inside there. It's overflowing, it's packed, it's maybe some of the clothes are dirty, right? And a counselor is going to help dig through the baggage. Well, as a coach, you want to say, hey, you need a new set of luggage. Let's focus on finding the right luggage for you for the journey you're about to go on. And let's make sure we get you the right types of clothes, the right kinds of shoes, the right books to read. So we're helping them go someplace they haven't gone before. We're not taking them back to where they've been. Now, of course, there's questions that we ask and say, do you have experience with this? Like, are you stuck someplace because of what's happened in the past that I can help you work through the mindset about it? There's definitely crossover of their history influencing their future, but we're very clear as coaches that the line between counseling and coaching is strong. There's strong boundaries about that line, and we refer out immediately when we find that a client is not ready for coaching. They need counseling or they need help in some other kind of way. That's what we do. That's our responsibility as a coach, is to help them get the results we promised them we would get them. And we didn't promise to be their therapist. Okay? Coaches also are very coachable and teachable themselves. A life coach is somebody who grows in the ability to be coached and accept direction and correction and guidance because there's somebody who is asking other people to accept direction, correction, and guidance from them, right? So coaches need to have the ability to recognize when the client has a better idea or a different idea, but they know the right path for them. And they can step aside and lay down their agenda or their ideas to become the encourager and follower of the client. They don't need to be the leader. They don't need to be right. They can be on their own path of personal growth themselves. And as a coach, they need to be able to draw a thick line between who they are individually and who their client is as a different and uniquely designed person. Life coaching is made up of great question asking. And a coach without a client is not a coach. A person can be a teacher or a consultant and yet not be a coach. In order to be a coach, you have to have a coachable client who you lead into greater knowledge about themselves and help them get their desired results. So the client's awareness and beliefs and decisions and action, that has to be more involved in the coaching than the coach's awareness, beliefs, decisions, and actions, right? So this means that the coach asks the questions and gives the guidance to help the client open the doors. They help show the options of the different paths that the client might choose, but the client is the one that makes the choice. The coach helps them make the best decisions for themselves, and then might even help map out a way to get from point A to point B. Every coach does this differently, which we'll get into. There's multiple types of coaching. I already covered some of them earlier in this episode, but I wanted to do a recap after all these episodes over the past year about what life coaching really is. And again, I'll repeat that I see life coaching as the umbrella to coaching in general, making the differentiation between life coaching and then traditional sports coaching, things like that. It's as opposed to a sports coach dealing with, I'm helping you win the game. This is dealing with somebody's personal life. And then under that umbrella, I see all aspects of a person's life. And in coaching, we refer to this as the niche, right? It can be health, relationships, career, business, leadership, and many, many more that we'll talk about. So if you're starting out on this journey, I'll refer you over to my website, sterlingandstonementoring.com. And I encourage you to take the test on that front page, on the homepage, to see what kind of coach you might be. So I teach on the 4 different types of coaching: the possibility coach, the pastoral coach, the strategy coach, and the mentor coach. You can be more than one, and you can also grow to be able to use all 4 in your practice. But I find it's nice to see yourself in one and gain more awareness about it as you begin your coaching journey. So if that's where you are at and you're not really clear about what type of coach you are, how you show up inside of it, kind of some of your values around it, take that quiz. It's really short and easy. And I also want to let you know that I'm going to be starting a new mastermind soon, so you can get on the wait list for that and be in the know. So if you're driven to get your coaching business up and going and actually walk step by step with others, then this mastermind will be for you. And I do mean driven and motivated, because it's only going to be for the people who really want to take action and show up. So if you want to have conversations about your passion inside of coaching with other people and really put your hands to work at the things that your mind has been envisioning and your heart has been dreaming, then this mastermind is going to be for you, okay? If the dream you've had as a coach and an entrepreneur is ready to be birthed, like you've been pregnant with it all of this time and you're ready to have this baby, right? Well, let's start laboring towards making it happen. So get on the wait list over at sterlingandstonementoring.com/mastermind waitlist, or just grab the link in the show notes. That's the easy way to do it. Okay, friend, this is the overview of what does a life coach do? Like, what is the foundation of who we are, why we do what we do? Basically, it's modern day discipleship form that people choose and say, please walk with me in this one particular area. I want to grow and change. I want accountability. And a coach says, here, take my hand. I'll walk with you. We'll figure it out together. That is what coaching is to me. That is what I get up for every single day. That's why I do all of the grunt work to start everything out. That's why I am constantly growing and learning and experiencing transformation personally, so that I can grow and learn and pour into the people that I'm called to serve. That's you. That is anybody who is a growth-minded Christian who wants to serve other people. And I know a lot of my listeners aren't coaches, but they just love hearing things that can a life coach would actually say to them. So all of this specifically, I want you to know that if you're ever looking for a life coach, because you're not one, you're just listening in and gaining, maybe you're listening to this as though I'm your life coach talking to you. Basically, I'm just teaching you from this vantage point because you and I are not in a coaching relationship. But if you see it that way and you're just listening in, then I want to give you in this series an overview of, if you looked for a life coach, this is what they should be doing. They should be guiding you. They're not there to do the work for you. They should be helping you get clarity, direction, and create a strategy so that you can see change in your life and have the kinds of desired results that you want. A life coach in any niche should be helping you clarify what it is you want and need in your life, and then helping you make the decisions that are best for you to go get those things. Okay? I believe in life coaching. I believe in coaching in everybody's life. There's just not going to be a saturated source. If you feel like the life coach industry is saturated, it's because Facebook hears you talking about it on your phone and keeps showing you more and more things about life coaching, and now you think everybody's looking at it. It's not true. And I can tell you that all of my clients, all of my coaches in the Greenhouse course, there are so many people out there who don't know that they could have somebody walk with them. And every time I talk to a coach or a client who says, oh my gosh, I just got off a call and I can't believe that how amazing it went. I can't believe the amount of revelation and transformation that just happened on that call. It is so exciting to me. I didn't even know that people had this problem, and now I do, and my eyes are open, and I can't wait to help more people get through this challenge, this struggle, overcome this hindrance, and see major transformation in their lives, their business, their health, their relationships. It's so exciting, and there's just not enough people who are willing to jump all in, do what's necessary to walk in their calling as a coach, and do the hard things. And a lot of people start out because it's hard to be an entrepreneur. Even if you're a great coach, it's hard to start a business. It's hard to figure out who to trust in teaching you what to do with your business. It's hard to figure out how to do it in a cost-effective way when you don't have clients paying you. It's hard to figure out how to do it with nobody with you. When you feel like you've been filled up and you're about to burst and there's nobody to talk to about it, right? That's exactly why I'm doing the mastermind. Is I recognize the need of people to have the source of accountability. And I don't mean accountability like you think I mean it. I mean consequences and rewards. That's what I mean, because that's where I think when we go to a job, when we get hired and we say, like, I actually have a job, people are expecting me to be there. They're waiting for me. I have to show up and I know exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. And if that doesn't get done, I don't keep my job, right? Well, it's really hard when you start a business to show up for crickets. Heck, there's not even crickets in the room. There's literally nobody. Maybe your cat's staring at you. Maybe you have fish and they look at you and they're like, you hear them saying through their little bubbles, what the heck are you doing? Why do you think you should be doing this? There's nobody who wants what you have. Shut up, fish, right? Close your lungs. This is normal. And you just need to know the way to walk in it. And you need to begin with the end in mind, which means in your mind, you need to figure out what the end is. You need to have some vision. And if your vision is to actually become a great coach and start a coaching business, you want to be a coach and an entrepreneur, some people call that a coachpreneur, then the mastermind will be for you. All right, so get signed up for that at sterlingandstonementoring.com/mastermind waitlist. Or again, go to the show notes and grab the link and get on there now, because if you're on the wait list, there might be some super special, something in there for you because you got on the wait list. All right. Okay. I hope you have a great day, and we're going to be talking about so many great things that people have questions about. My clients ask, what the coaches ask, what I get people asking if they say, what do you do? And I say, I'm a life coach and I train life coaches. They have all kinds of questions, and so I'm going to go answer them, because if you want to become a life coach, you have these questions. Some of them are floating through. Some of them you don't even have language yet for. You don't even know how to ask the question. You don't even know what you don't know. And I want to, in this series, explore all of that with you. I want you to go in with your eyes wide open, and I want you to feel encouraged, hopeful, and inspired to really take action on your dream and your calling. All right. All things are possible, friend. Have a great day. I so appreciate you as a listener. And if you are looking for a community of like-hearted believers who love all things coaching, be sure to jump into the Christian Life Coach Collective Facebook group. Do you think you might be called to become a certified Sterling and Stone life coach? We'll learn more about the Greenhouse course, where you can get trained in just 10 weeks to start building the foundation of your coaching practice. All the links you need are in the show notes. Happy story making.